Ever wondered if ancient practices hold the key to unlocking a better you? Throughout history, various cultures have explored the concept of harnessing our energy for physical, mental, and even spiritual well-being. One such practice gaining traction today is semen retention, also known as seed retention. For the past 2 months, I embarked on a personal experiment to explore the potential benefits of semen retention. Now, before you jump to conclusions, this isn't about complete self-discipline forever. It's about understanding the impact of ejaculation on our mind and body and exploring the potential for positive change. Now, before we proceed, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. So, what happened during my first 60 days? Get ready, because it was an eye-opening journey with some surprising results. The early days are a roller coaster of emotions. Willpower skills were put to the test throughout the first week. The desires were powerful, and let's be honest, there were times when we seriously considered giving up. However, I persevered by concentrating on the potential advantages, which included increased strength, enhanced concentration, and possibly even a more profound spiritual connection. Some cultures hold the belief that the retention of sperm can improve spiritual activities. In the second week, the roller coaster ride started. My levels of energy were all over the place a lot. On some days, I had the sensation that I could take over the entire world, but on other days, I was overcome with an odd sense of slowness. In addition, my sleeping patterns shifted. In the beginning, sleep was a problem because it was accompanied by intense dreams. However, as time went on, a more profound and relaxing sleep began to take hold, sharpening the mind and the spirit. At approximately the third week, an extraordinary event took place. My concentration became as keen as a laser. Tasks that had previously appeared to be difficult became more achievable, and I found that material was simpler to retain in my memory. This clarity of thought took me by surprise. It is possible that the elevated testosterone levels that are connected with the retention of sperm are the cause, as several research have suggested. It was more subtle to deal with the spiritual side. In spite of the fact that I would not declare that I attained enlightenment, I did experience a newly discovered sense of tranquility and inner peace. It's possible that the refocusing of energy within my body was the cause, or that it was the discipline that was necessary for the retention of sperm. In spite of the fact that it is difficult to pinpoint exactly, it was there. Energy surge and physical changes. A wonderful change, a spike in energy, was brought about by the fourth week. A consistent level of energy throughout the day has taken the place of the afternoon slumps that had previously been there. When I worked out, I experienced a greater sense of productivity, and even mundane activities like climbing stairs looked effortless. It has been reported that some men experience physical changes as a result of semen retention, such as an increase in muscular mass or an improvement in skin tone. During that period of time, I did not observe any significant changes. Nevertheless, I did observe an obvious rise in the hardness and definition of my muscles. Could it have been a random occurrence, or was my body making better use of the energy that it had stored? The social side. First things first, let's talk about the most obvious problem. My social life was affected by the retention of my sperm. Not in the slightest. It is a common misunderstanding that engaging in this behavior will cause you to withdraw from social interaction. Indeed, I experienced an increase in confidence and an increase in my level of extrovert behavior. Perhaps it was the enhanced energy or the mental clarity, but I experienced a greater sense of presence and engagement in my interactions with other people. And if we are being completely honest, the practice itself is a personal choice that does not necessarily have an impact on your social life unless you make it a topic of conversation every 5 minutes. Mind, body, and spirit, a holistic transformation. During the 2 months that the sperm was retained, it was not simply a matter of checking off a list of advantages. Overall, it was a shift that went beyond the mental and physical aspects of the individual. A journey of self-discovery that connected with every aspect of my being was what I went through. A sense of control and purpose that overflowed into other aspects of my life was promoted by the discipline that was required of me in order to refrain from ejaculating. This discipline became an essential component of my daily routine. I discovered that I was able to tackle obstacles with a fresh concentration, that I was able to create goals that were ambitious, and that I was able to follow through with steadfast commitment. This recently discovered willpower was not restricted to the retention of sperm. It enabled me to make decisions that were better for my health in other areas. I even made meditation a regular part of my routine. in addition to adopting a healthier diet and making getting enough quality sleep a top priority. Outstanding feedback was established as a result of the combination of semen retention with these good practices, which amplified the total advantages. The alterations that have occurred in the body cannot be denied either. The initial rush in energy that occurred during the first month developed into a steady supply of stamina that lasted throughout the month. We no longer had to deal with the afternoon slumps and the ongoing fight to maintain our motivation. Exercising became energizing for me, and I was able to push my limitations with each session. Because of the significant improvement in recovery time, I was able to train more frequently and with greater intensity. Although I was not primarily concerned with increasing my muscular mass, I did observe a discernible improvement in my definition and strength, notably in my abdominal region and upper body. The effect that it had on my sleep was probably the benefit that I was least expecting. Deep, restful sleep became the norm, and bright dreams were less frequent as a result. Upon waking up, I experienced a sense of renewal and power, and I was prepared to face the day with a clear head and a constructive outlook. There is little doubt that the enhanced quality of sleep that I experienced during the trial was a significant contributor to the overall sense of well-being that I attained. In spite of the fact that it was more delicate, the spiritual side of semen preservation was undeniable. Meditation, which I had been incorporating into my practice throughout this period, seemed to have a more significant effect on me. It's possible that the refocusing of energy or the enhanced self-discipline were the factors that brought about the newfound sensation of inner peace and quiet that was experienced. It is difficult to define the specific process, but I felt as though I had a closer connection to my inner self, and my activities were led by a feeling of purpose. Remember that my experience is just one example. This is a key point to keep in mind. When it comes to semen retention, the body and psyche of every single person react rather differently. It's possible that some men will feel significant shifts in their levels of energy and focus, and even in their physical appearance. Others may experience effects that are less obvious. The most important thing to take away from this is to approach the process of retaining sperm with an open mind and a dedication to self-exploration. If you are interested in investigating this practice, it is important to conduct your research, speak with a medical professional before beginning, and pay attention to what your body is telling you. The process of retaining sperm may not be suitable for everyone, but it is a course of action that should be taken into consideration if you are interested in realizing your full potential and experiencing a comprehensive transformation on a physical, mental, and even spiritual level. So, did semen retention unlock a superhuman version of myself? The answer, like most things in life, is nuanced. It wasn't a magic bullet, but it was a catalyst for significant changes. The increased energy, mental clarity, and even a newfound sense of inner peace were real and transformative. But remember, this is my story. If you're curious about exploring semen retention, do your research, listen to your body, and see if it aligns with your goals. It's a journey of self-discovery, and who knows, it might unlock a version of yourself you never knew existed. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.